conflicting rumors, we finally have new first looks and official confirmation about not just one, but multiple Transformers projects heading our way. And the news is absolutely insane. We're talking Michael Bay returning to direct, massive crossover events, new OG Transformers stars coming back, insider information, new first look details for Unicron as the main villain, completely divided. On January 9th, 2026, Paramount officially confirmed that Transformers 8 and Transformers 9 are both in active development as direct sequels to Rise of the Beasts, with director Stephen Caple Jr. expected to return to finish the trilogy he started. Guys, this is massive because Rise of the Beasts set up one of the most dangerous villains in Transformers history, Unicron, the planet-eating chaos bringer whose horns literally emerged from Earth in that film's final moments. Michael Bay is officially returning to the Transformers franchise. And this time, he's not just producing, he wants to direct. Multiple industry insiders confirmed throughout 2025 that Bay approached Paramount last year with a brand new pitch, and the studio immediately greenlit him to develop a completely original Transformers film with screenwriter Jordan Bandina, who's currently writing the script as we speak. This is Bay's first directorial involvement since The Last Knight bombed in 2017, and sources say he's treating this as a potential legacy sequel that could bring closure to his original vision. Let me know if you guys would want him back directing. Will LaBeouf and Megan Fox return? Megan called Michael Bay Hitler, something that Steven Spielberg took personal offense to, and called Michael Bay personally to tell him to fire her. LaBeouf is also very happily married, so I don't think it will work out, but let me know what you think. There's more crazy news later. But first, let's talk about the G.I. Joe crossover that Rise of the Beast set up. And this one's getting complicated. Anthony Ramos himself just went public literally a few days ago, revealing that he's actively pushing Paramount to move forward with the long-teased Transformers and G.I. Joe crossover movie. The ending of Rise of the Beast literally showed Noah getting recruited by Agent Burke into the Joes, planting the seeds for this massive franchise collision. This film was officially announced at CinemaCon 2024 with a target window of 2026. But here's where things get messy. Multiple sources are now reporting the project has been put on indefinite hold following the Paramount-Skydance merger. So is this crossover actually happening or not? The answer seems to be yes, but the timeline is uncertain because Paramount is juggling so many Transformers projects at once that priorities keep shifting. And yes, there's a twist coming. You probably didn't expect Josh Cooley, the director of Transformers 1, has signed a deal to direct a separate live-action Transformers film despite Paramount officially canceling the Transformers 1 sequel. Let me explain why this is both heartbreaking and potentially exciting. Let me know what you think about it. Now let's talk about the fifth project in development, because Uncle Manuel Soto, the director of Blue Beetle, pitched Paramount a completely different Transformers idea back in 2023, and it's still floating around in limbo. Soto revealed in interviews that he read an existing Transformers script, hated it, and then pitched the studio an entirely new concept that they loved. The twist? They told him it was too late to use that idea for the project they were developing at the time, so instead they asked him to write and direct his own standalone Transformers film. Producer Lorenzo Di Bonaventura confirmed that they're still waiting on Soto's script, but there's been no movement since. This would be the most radically different Transformers movie yet, completely separate from the Rise of Beast timeline, separate from Bay's continuity, and Soto has promised it will be unlike anything we've seen. But first, why is Paramount developing 5 Transformers movies all at once? The answer comes down to one critical deadline that's forcing the studio's hand. They have to have a Transformers film in production by 2029, or they lose the rights to the entire franchise. That's right, Paramount's contract with Hasbro expires 22 years after the first Michael Bay film hit theaters in 2007, and if they don't meet that production, it's wraps. Skydance Paramount merger, which officially closed in 2025, brought in new leadership under CEO David Ellison, and one of his top priorities is restoring Paramount as the #1 studio for tentpole franchise to protect Earth. Unicron is trying to consume it, and the Decepticons are trying to conquer it for the Energon. So which movie will Unicron be in? Based on the active narrative setup, Unicron will appear in the upcoming Transformers and G.I. Joe crossover movie, expected 2027, serving as the central E-alliance between the Autobots and the Joes. This film is the direct sequel to Rise of the Beasts, which explicitly established Unicron not as the planet Earth, as in the Bayverse, but as an active external cosmic entity who survived the previous film and remains a looming threat to the galaxy. Paramount is currently prioritizing this reboot universe continuity, where the G.I. Joe organization was introduced specifically to prepare Earth's defenses for a larger war, which is Unicron. While Michael Bay is reportedly developing a separate legacy project. Therefore, the Unicron audiences saw in 2023 will be the one returning to fight the combined forces of Optimus Prime and Duke in the next major theatrical release. Let me know if you are okay with this. Guys, I will be honest, Paramount hasn't clarified how all these projects connect, if they even do at all. Some fans are speculating that Bay's film could be a legacy sequel that brings back the original cast for one final adventure, potentially serving as the conclusion to his Bayverse timeline. Others think he might be doing a full reboot that wipes the slate clean and starts. We've got Unicron waiting to devour Earth, the Decepticons potentially making their debut in this new timeline, Michael Bay potentially returning to blow everything up one more time, and a G.I. Joe crossover that could unite two massive franchises in the ultimate action spectacle. The potential is absolutely there for something incredible, but Paramount needs to stick to the landing. Guys, by the way, why I titled this video Transformers 8. I'm using Transformers 8 simply because this will be the 8th live-action film released in theaters, counting Michael Bay's original 5 movies alongside the newer Bumblebee and Rise of the Beasts verse. Referring to this as the 8th film avoids confusion for casual viewers. Fox has spoken positively about potentially working with Michael Bay again. Telling you online, I've always loved Michael. We've had our battles in the past, but even when I've been really outspoken about difficulties we've had, I've always followed up by saying that I have a particular affinity to him. The chemistry between LaBeouf and Fox in the first 2 films was undeniable, and those movies grossed $707 million and $836 million respectively, soon as it happens. What do you think? Should Michael Bay return? Or should Paramount focus on the Rise of Beasts sequel? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.